Hello dear YouTubers, hope you're okay today. I've got these little stones out because I'm feeling that these are for a person who has separate clans to worry about. That was what I was feeling as I was opening these cards and preparing this little reading that I do. I was feeling that there's a person who's got two separate clans. And I don't know why the word clans came to me, but it was like there's two distinct groups of people. Maybe they're two parts of the same family, I don't know. And there's one person in the middle who hasn't done anything. And all of these people are lovely people. Look at them. They've all got clear intentions. There's nothing malicious about any of these people. There's half of the look, there's a sweet person there. There's a small child there. There's a person who's loving and full of nature and hippie, like a hippie type person. And there's another person who's got some sort of issues, but nothing that's really malevolent. The person in the middle hasn't done anything. And then this other giant clan of people who are all completely in harmony with each other. And for some reason, they don't seem to have made that link between them, or there's something going on here that's stopping them all to be together. And it's like they're so different that they're never the twain shall meet. And this person is feeling distance from both of them because of it. And none of them seem to realise what they're doing to the person in the middle. Okay? So if this is you, dear person in the middle, right, know that all these things you're worrying about, what's going on with all these other people, alright, you've got to turn your head up the other way. Alright, I can see you slightly leaning towards this and you're slightly shutting yourself off from this, but know that worrying about anything isn't going to change any of that situation. And unfortunately, you are just surrounded by people who don't think that you are affected by what they're doing. I'm sorry about that, I shouldn't laugh, but this is the nature of life on the planet, isn't it? People being ignorant and not knowing what they're doing to each other. Now this is you, person in the middle, the truth. Look at that, truth has got two angels. Okay, so there's truth. They're both telling the truth. They've both got their own truth. They've both got their own version of the truth. And they both believe their version. And you're the judge and jury? Oh, you poor thing. Poor thing. Would not want to be you. Don't envy you. Truth is a powerful weapon, and it's also a powerful healer. It's also, the truth is to be used sparingly, right? Because the truth can hurt. And do you want to be the person that's accused of being hurtful? Because the truth is going to hurt, right? So this lot think they're all superior to this lot. They think they've got it all figured out and they've got the truth. You're sort of leaning towards them because this looks like a clear-cut argument and you can't see any flaws in their argument. But there are some people there that have got a few flaws. Look, it's not completely clear, right? There's a few lines dotted about which aren't necessarily being as kind as they could be. And there's a lot over here that can be attacked if you wanted to, but why would you? Just because you've got two different opinions doesn't mean you should want to attack them. With me? Let me know if that means anything to you, dear YouTubers. Oh, okay. Emerging. Now, this one, your emerging self. They're going to be surprised when you speak up. Oh dear. When you do emerge into yourself and you find the words to say and you feel brave, or worse, you might get to the point where you just can't stand it anymore and you have to speak up, okay? Just bear in mind that you don't need to say as much as you think you do, okay? This card means your true self, radiant, powerful, successful, intelligent, is now shining through the surface. Allow your true self to be visible to others, for you lift them up and inspire them. Okay, so they all respect you and they all are inspired by how you behave. Okay, all you can keep doing Just keep shining your light, keep doing your thing, keeping it all on your side of the street. Don't be directing it onto them or directing it onto them. And if you do feel like you're in the middle and you feel like you're going to be using your wise words, then just know that it will fall on ears that are listening, because they respect you. You are awesome in so many ways, and you're beginning to trust and reveal your true nature more easily. At one time, you may have believed that you had to hide your feelings from others or even from yourself. Now, however, you realise how vital and attractive expressing your authentic self is. Your angels are guiding you to honour your true feelings by expressing them to yourself and others. The angels will help you lovingly talk, lovingly talk about your feelings so that no misunderstandings occur with friends and loved ones. Your angels will never guide you to do or say anything that could hurt you or anyone else. They will also ensure that your life will emerge to a new level of inner peace as you let your true self come out and play. And being playful and finding the right time is also very important in these situations, I've found. Being playful and inviting people to play with you and to socialise with you. And don't forget, the little one is learning from everything that's going on around you. The small ones are picking it up. What do you want the little ones to learn? Do you want the little ones to learn that the way to solve problems is to just pretend they aren't happening? Or do you want the little one to see that by talking and communicating you can sort these things out? And by talking and communicating, it will become clearer and clearer who is not wanting to be helpful. Okay? Let's have a little look, shall we? What the Patrick Gamble card says. Oh, that's interesting. Moonlight meeting. Okay. Moonlight meeting with the little hedgehog and the little fairy there. That's another set of wings. Okay, so we've got white feathers and white feathers. So if you want the truth of a situation, before you walk into it, just ask your guardian angels, and you say to your guardian angels, this is before you've said anything, show me the truth of this situation. Okay? I always think that whenever I see the white feathers. And if you need a sign from spirit, ask for the white feather. And often you will find one floating down at your feet, or you'll find it in an unexpected place, like inside your door in the hallway, or inside your car door, or trapped inside your car window, or somewhere where you wouldn't expect there to be a little white feather. You'll find one. Let me know when you find a white feather come on your path after you've heard this reading, okay? So here's what the meaning is. Stepping out into the unknown. Step outside the boundaries of the world in which you live. You may feel safe and secure within the walls of your existence, but it's time for you to seek the magic out. Sometimes this means that you will have to step out into the darkness of night, like the hedgehog needs to step out into the dark to seek out its food. And this thought may scare you, but you might be very surprised to meet some delightful elements along the way, just like the hedgehog stumbled over this little moonlight lantern fairy. The hedgehog may have his coat of prickles to protect him and make him feel safe, curling into a ball at any sign of danger, but you also have that coat of protection. The only difference is the hedgehog believes in his armour and you do not. So you've got to ask yourself, are you feeling fearful on the inside? Is there an area of your little world where you're scared that if you speak up, you're going to be what? What is it you're scared of? This is what you've got to ask yourself. Are these people going to reject you? Are these people going to abandon you? Are they going to distance themselves from you? What are you scared of? Are you scared of their response, their reactions, being left alone, the consequences? Talk it through with someone. Find a trusted friend who you know can listen and will help you understand how you're feeling. Get to the bottom of how you're feeling and what you're scared of. Know that that fear can be healed by love, and know that there are words you can use that will create understanding, So you haven't got to be scared of the outcome. Yeah, and find out if your fear is founded, or you've got to try and figure out if your fear is irrational or if there's any truth in your fear. Okay, so drop 2 cards and they've dropped out. What is this all about? The money and the strength. Having the strength and the money. Now, the low hanging fruit. Pick the low hanging fruit, this card means, which means find the person that's the easiest for you to talk with. Okay, get the person who's loving and kind and speak with them first, and that will be an easier conversation for you to have, and it will give you the strength to be able to follow through and have a wholesome, open conversation about the whole thing that needs to be spoken about. And when you've done that, come back and let me know how you got on. Okay, I want to hear that you have had faith and trust in your spirit guides and your guidance and your gut instinct, and you managed to follow through to help let people know how you're feeling. Okay, because it matters. Freeing yourself. How do you free yourself? In the deepest sense, you free yourself by finding yourself. And this is what this card reading is asking you to do. It's asking you to take a look at how you feel. How you really feel about what's happened and what's going on. And how you're allowed to speak about it. And if you don't feel allowed to speak about it, then you've got to work out why you don't feel your opinion matters. Why are your feelings not being validated? What is it? Something from your past? Something that you're still clinging on to, you no longer need, is no longer serving you. Well, it's a lovely little reading. Thanks ever so much for listening all the way through, dear people. And if you're happy with that little reading, if it means anything to you, let me know. Leave a comment, drop me a comment, like the video and click the subscribe button. I've got 1 subscriber, so I'm hoping to have 2 by the end of the week. Thanks for listening. Bye 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 bye.